governor of New York, Fredo's brother, okay, Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, he said, go home, you won. He's saying the protesters have won. Really? They've won. Okay, so apparently, according to him, racial equality has been achieved in America. Let me show you the clip, okay, of what he had to say.
You don't need to protest. You won. You won. You accomplished your goal. Society says you're right. The police need systemic reform. That was accomplishment one. Now go to step two. What reform do you want? What do you want? I want systemic reform. Okay. How do you define systemic reform? Let's sit down at a table with the local government, with the police, with the other stakeholders. How do we redesign the police department? We start with this. It's a blank piece of paper. What do you want the police department to be in New York City? Let's design it. Here's a pen. Let's design it. What functions? What's the staff? What's the budget? What should they stop doing? We design it together. We have 9 months to do it. The local government convenes it. The local government convenes all the stakeholders. Take 9 months. It's easier said than done. And pass a law enacting that redesign by April 1. Well, what if we don't? Or if we can't agree? Then you don't qualify for state funding.
What the hell was that? Oh, wow. He did his little act. Here's a pen. And look, you get to choose. Write whatever you like. Okay, well done. Are you done with your little scene? What a goddamn liar. This guy is so full of it. He's acting like he's the most reasonable politician that has ever existed, and he's completely 100% open to all the suggestions. And then he asks, like, what do you want? What do you mean, what do you want? I think people have been very clear what they want. They want you to stop killing black people. That's number one. That's kind of, you would assume that this is already a given. Apparently it's not in the United States. So, people are protesting. And now he's acting like he didn't understand that from the protest. No, it was very clear what people want. Don't act like you don't know. You know, motherfucker. Write it your fucking self. Write it your fucking self on the piece of paper. Like a bitch. Do it. If you're serious. No, he won't. It's a platitude salad, right? He picks up the notepad and says, oh, look, here's the pen. No, motherfucker. You write it. Don't play stupid. That's number one. Okay? You need to stop killing black people. How about number two? This $6 billion, this disgusting, ridiculous, obscene, grotesque budget. I mean, to call it a budget is ridiculous. It's it's a handout. It's carte blanche. It's a blank check. Go wild. Go buy whatever you like from the military-industrial complex. No police department needs $6 billion. Do I need to show you the graphic again? Look at this. Look how big their budget is, just to put this into context for you. Okay, if you think I'm messing around. NYPD's budget is $6 billion. That's the size of Ukraine's military. Do you understand? They spend as much as the conventional armed forces, the military of an entire country. They spend more than North Korea. Right? You've been hearing about how North Korea is such an enormous threat, yada, yada, yada. Well, it turns out New York Police Department have more money to spend than this immense danger that you keep hearing about. Wow. Insane, right? Who could justify such a ridiculous budget? This is obscene. You don't need that. And again, he's playing stupid. I can't tolerate this. What a jagoff. Seriously. I find this insulting, to be honest. I find this very insulting. I think that he's taking people for a ride. I think that he's giving all these platitudes and you know, acting like, okay, we surrender, go home. No. Right now, this is him telling you that he's feeling the pressure and he doesn't like it. Okay? So now you need to go even harder. Do you understand? That's what it really means. This is where you push even harder. It's not, oh, you won, go home. Also, what a ridiculous statement that, oh, the achievement that protesters have accomplished is like, he's essentially saying that the country understands you now. Apparently they don't, because I just showed you Rashard Brooks being gunned down in Atlanta. I just showed you 2 black men that have been lynched, right, in California and deemed suicides. I just showed you multiple examples of the country not getting it. And I haven't looked, but I bet if I opened up Twitter, I could find you a plethora of videos just from today alone of the New York Police Department brutalizing people. So clearly they haven't got it, okay? This is insulting. I mean, seriously, I mean, this guy is such a useless wet sock. What a pathetic display. It really is. You know, if he really wanted to get something done, he would actually go and disband this army of thugs that he's set loose on the city, right? I mean, the other day when we were watching the union boss, what was his name? Mike O'Mara, NYPD union boss, crying about how the media are vilifying us. No, clearly, the police, yes, the ones at the epicenter of this protest, the ones who are committing the oppression, the brutalization, they especially, they haven't gotten it, right? And they are the ones who really need to understand what's wrong. They are the ones who really need to comprehend that this killing of blacks, unarmed young black men, is wrong. And clearly, they haven't understood that. They think they're victims. The NYPD are crying. They think that, oh, the media is vilifying us. Not, oh, shit, we're actually oppressors and we have a disgusting, obscene budget that no police department in the world needs, and we're using it to buy gear and then just bash the shit out of people who protest against our racism. So clearly, they haven't gotten it. All right, so don't listen to Fredo's Fredo number 2 over here, right? You know, you need to push even harder now. That's what I'd say. Christ, it's unbelievable, right? And once again, I want you to pay attention to how at all levels of the government, so right down from the the rookie who has just joined the NYPD all the way up to the goddamn governor, right? They refuse to budge. They just won't give in. They don't care. They're going to crack skulls, right? And beat the crap out of you and then pretend that they are victims. Matter of fact, I have another very funny photograph to show you from New York. So I found this picture to be spectacular, honestly. I think it's, you know, when they say how a picture speaks 1,000 words. I think this is one of those times. Look at that. So you have two NYPD cops here, right, protecting the Wall Street bull from protesters. I mean, if you ever needed a symbol of capitalism, this is it. It's, you can't make this up. I mean, the irony is staggering. It's absolutely incredible, right? The police, I mean, essentially, they're a band of thugs that the 1% utilize, that they deploy in times of crises to keep the 99%, the workers, the working class, at bay, right? To keep them in line. So whether it's during racial tensions or otherwise, these are the people, this is the force, this is the tool that they will employ This is a tool that they will use to keep the working class in line. And I mean, God, what a striking display, honestly. It's the irony is staggering here. It really is. They're not there to protect you, the police, right? They're not there to protect you. They are there to protect the capitalist system, right? And inside that capitalist system, you have, of course, included free of charge the white supremacy. It's a 2-for-1 package, is it not? So, absolutely staggering. You know, it speaks for itself. Nothing really not much more I could add. There you go. If you get out of line, you open your mouth, they'll send the cops to crack your skulls. You'll never see a rich white banker being held down on the street and choked to death. You'll never see that. You'll never see a rich white banker being shot in the back because he ran away. You'll never see that. Oh no. If you're a rich white banker and you throw people out of their homes, you know, you go ahead and crash the economy, you commit crimes of, biblical proportions against your own country, against the world, putting people on the street, making them starve, starting wars. Oh, you're treated like a king. But God forbid you are a black man and you committed the crime of existing. Oh, now the cops have a completely different purpose. Now they're going to come and kill you. And if you open your mouth about the killing, they'll come and crack your skull too. I can absolutely guarantee you, if you filled up that notepad, right? This notepad that Andrew Cuomo is giving you, this olive branch, and you wrote down all of the demands of the Black Lives Matter movement, all of the demands of working class people, African Americans, not a single one. It doesn't matter. Not a single one would be met. They would come up with excuses not to comply. And at the end of the day, what is going to happen? Nothing. No reform, nothing whatsoever. You know, was defund the police not clear enough? No? How are you the governor and you don't understand what that means? Oh, you understand perfectly what it means. What part of stop killing black people do you not understand? Why the fuck does someone need to write that down on a notepad? How dare you play stupid? How fucking insulting. Like, look at the level of disrespect and disdain. Like, oh, I want you to come here and write on this notepad that we should stop killing black people. What? No one has to write shit on a notepad. Look how insulting that is, how demeaning and denigrating it is. Like, oh, we're too stupid to get in on our own. Please spell it out for us. What the fuck? Am I the only one who sees how insulting this is? The fucking audacity of this tool. This pretentious prick who thinks he's some kind of chivalrous guardian, you know, of Gotham, and people are going to pick him to be president now. Get the fuck out of here. How dare you? How insulting. What part of stop killing black people did you not understand? What part of defund the police did you not understand? What part of stop militarizing the police did you not understand? You want people to write that down on a notepad? Go and roll up the notepad and stick it up your ass. I mean, Jesus. No respect. Zero shame. Zero shame.